You're welcome to solve this nice algebra problem, which is t to the power of a half minus t to the power of 1 over 3. This is equal to 4. So, what is the value of t? Now, let's provide a solution from here. Now, we can let t to be equal to x to the power of 6. So, let's substitute t with x to the power of 6 so that we have x to the power of 6 raised to the power of a half. Then subtract x to the power of 6 raised to the power of 1 over 3. This is equal to 4. The next step is that x to the power of 6 raised to the power of half and x to the power of 6 raised to the power of 1 over 3. This is in the form of a to the power of n raised to the power of m, which we can express as a to the power of n times m. Applying this exponent property, then we have x to the power of 6 times a half, subtract x to the power of 6 multiplied by 1 over 3. This is equal to 4. Now, let's simplify here. We have 6 divided by 2. This is equal to 3. So we have x to the power of 3 minus x to the power of 6 divided by 3. This is equal to 2. So x to the power of 2. This is equal to 4. So this is x to the power of 3 minus x to the power of 2. This is equal to 4. We can express 4 as 8 subtract 4. So let's take 8 minus 4 on the left hand side so that we have x to the power of 3 minus x to the power of 2 minus 8 plus 4. This is equal to 0. Now, this is x to the power of 3 minus x to the power of 2 subtract 8. 8 is the same thing as 2 to the power of 3, then plus 4, which is 2 to the power of 2, and this is equal to 0. So in other words, we have x to the power of 3 minus 2 to the power of 3, then subtract x to the power of 2 plus 2 to the power of 2. This is equal to 0. Now, this is x to the power of 3 minus 2 to the power of 3. Then we have subtract. We can express this as x to the power of 2 minus 2 to the power of 2. This is equal to 0. So this means that we have got two parts here. The first part is the difference of two cubes expressed as a to the power of 3 minus b to the power of 3. The second part is the difference of two perfect squares. So a to the power of 3 minus b to the power of 3. This is the same thing as a subtract b. A to the power of 2 plus ab plus b to the power of 2. So this means that x to the power of 3 minus 2 to the power of 3. This is the same thing as x subtract 2. Into the parentheses, this is x to the power of 2 plus 2x plus 2 to the power of 2, which is 4. Let's call this as case 1. Then we have a to the power of 2, this minus b to the power of 2. This is the same thing as a plus b multiplied by a subtract b. Now, this is the difference of two perfect squares. So we have x to the power of 2 minus 2 to the power of 2. This can be expressed as x plus 2 multiplied by x minus 2. Now, let's call this as case 2. So let's combine case 1 and case 2 from here. So we have x minus 2, x to the power of 2 plus 2x plus 4 minus x plus 2 multiplied by x subtract 2. This is equal to 0. So x minus 2 is common here. So we can factor out x subtract 2. Into the parentheses, this is x to the power of 2 plus 2x plus 4. Then we have minus x, then minus times plus 2. This is minus 2. Cross the parentheses, this is equal to 0. So we have x subtract 2. This is x to the power of 2. 2x minus x, this is plus x. 4 minus 2, this is plus 2, and this is equal to 0. Now, we have that x minus 2, this is equal to 0. Then we have x to the power of 2 plus x plus 2, this is equal to 0. So this is a quadratic equation. Now from the first part here, x is equal to 2. Now the quadratic equation here, we have that a is equal to 1, b is equal to 1, and c is equal to 2. So let's assess the nature of the root of this quadratic equation. That is by determining the discriminant value. Now if the discriminant value is less than 0, that means that we have complex solution from this quadratic equation. And if it's greater than 0, then this means we have real solution. So the discriminant value is b squared minus 4ac. So this is 1 to the power of 2 minus 4 times a, which is 1, then times 2, which is 2. So this is 1 minus 4 times 2, which is 8. And this means we have a value of minus 7. Minus 7 is less than 0. So what this means is that we have two complex solutions. We have two complex solutions, and therefore this quadratic equation here cannot give us a real solution. So there is no real solution that can be obtained from this quadratic equation. Therefore the quadratic equation here is rejected. The quadratic equation here is rejected. Now we have that x here is equal to 2. Now since we have x is equal to 2, and if you recall, we are saying that we let t to be equal to x to the power of 6. So this means that t is equal to 2 to the power of 6, and this is equal to 64. We have that the value of t is equal to 64. This is the value of t. So let's verify that this value of t here satisfies the equation. Now let's check. We have that t to the power of half minus t to the power of 1 over 3. This is supposed to give us a value of 4. So we have 64 raised to the power of a half minus 64 raised to the power of 1 over 3. This is supposed to give us a value of 4. So this is the same thing as a square root of 64 minus the cube root of 64. This should give us a value of 4. So we have that the square root of 64, this is 8, minus the cube root of 64, this is 4. This should give us a value of 4. 8 minus 4, this is 4, which is equal to 4. So we have that the left hand side is equal to the right hand side. And this proves that the value of t, which is equal to 64, satisfies the equation. So kindly follow the steps, like this video, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching.